Let's meet in the middle.
I love you.
And buck it out. Let's go. We'll see.
We will see, buddy.
Netflix has just unleashed a behind-the-scenes look at Mike Tyson's prep for his showdown with Jake Paul, and it's as epic as you'd expect. Sure, you've seen the flashy fight trailer, but what's happening off-camera is on another level. While Jake Paul keeps busy pulling off pranks and dropping cringe-worthy lines for YouTube clicks, Tyson is getting the full Netflix treatment. Think about it, a legend like Tyson, captured in all his raw, intimidating energy, the kind that could make...
This fight is not going to change my lifestyle financially. I'm a fighter. I feel good. I can do it. I feel like
even the cockiest opponent question everything. Netflix knew exactly what they were doing, showcasing Tyson's training in a way that truly sets the tone. This isn't just any fighter, this is Mike Tyson, a walking legend, ready to deliver a wake-up call of biblical proportions to Jake Paul. If you thought Jake had a chance, this...
Mike Tyson, I think, well, how old, 58? You think that Mike Tyson couldn't beat Tommy Fury's right now? You're wrong. You're absolutely wrong.
Footage might just change your mind. Don't miss it. Watching Jake think he's ready to take on a legend is entertainment you won't forget. At 58, Mike Tyson is still an unstoppable force, and the idea of Jake Paul stepping into the ring with one of the most terrifying men in boxing history is almost laughable. This isn't a backyard brawl or a YouTube stunt where Jake can hide behind his fame. This is Iron Mike. Tyson's fists have likely caused more nightmares than Jake's entire career, and Netflix knows it. That's why on November 15th...
all about confidence. Confidence breeds success. Success breeds confidence. And confidence applied properly with...
they're diving headfirst into live boxing for the first time ever, streaming a showdown that's bound to leave people talking for years. And who better to headline than the legendary Mike Tyson? This is the man who used to flatten opponents so fast that some pay-per-view buyers barely found their seats in time. Meanwhile, Jake Paul, social media's clout chaser and TikTok maestro, is about to learn the hard way what separates the real fight game from internet antics. Compared to Tyson's Picasso of knockouts, Jake's ring experience looks more like a toddler's scribbles. Tyson's training regimen is where things get downright savage. While Jake Paul is likely dreaming about his latest crypto scheme at 5 a.m., Tyson is already...
This guy is going to be totally over.
Jake, is your plan to run?
Oh, he's gonna run like a thief. He's gonna run.
Nah, we can...
awake, breathing in the discipline and focus that made him an icon. He even incorporates mindfulness meditation not just for yogis but to control the inner beast and keep himself balanced yet deadly. For Tyson, it's simple: control your mind, control the fight. Jake's version of mental conditioning, on the other hand, probably includes rehearsing trash talk in the mirror or trying not to laugh at his own Instagram stories. Tyson's conditioning sessions are an intense blend of plyometrics.
Our relationship with God. Once we understand our relationship with God, we know that then we realize that we're ordained to do what we're doing, and nothing can stop us. And so that takes a lot of mental work, spending a lot of time with yourself, speaking,
resistance training and core work. He's not just staying fit, he's turning himself into a human wrecking ball. His trainers are even saying, "This is the strongest I've ever seen you." High praise for a man who once ended careers in seconds. Meanwhile, Jake likely thinks a few bicep curls and some shadowboxing make him ready for battle. But Tyson isn't interested in Instagram flexes. Jake is about to realize just how real it gets when Tyson's fists turn him into a meme faster than he can say, "Subscribe to my channel." I think Tyson's just lifting weights and doing push-ups. Think again. His gym sessions are a masterclass in boxing brilliance. We're talking 2 hours of non-stop sparring, footwork drills that would leave most guys gasping, and precision training that's poetry in motion.
Yeah, I mean, Mike Tyson knows how to defend himself, and he's boxing against a guy that not as good as boxer as he is, and Mike Tyson knows how to throw a good punch. He knows how to break you down, so I'm more concerned about the other.
This isn't some influencer workout vlog, this is the stuff legends are made of. Remember, Tyson hasn't had a professional fight since 2005, but his instincts are still sharper than Jake Paul's most rehearsed YouTube prank. Jake might think his youth and ego will give him an edge, but Tyson's fists have been rewriting the boxing history books since before Jake even knew what Wi-Fi was. For Tyson, it's all about quality over quantity, As his trainer puts it, it's not about how many punches you throw, it's about landing the perfect shot, and Tyson is a surgeon with his punches. A single hit from him is like being run over by a truck, only less fun. If Jake's entire strategy is just to run around the ring and pray, he might be in for a rude...
There's a lot of people concerned about him returning to the ring against Jake Paul.
What are they concerned about?
Being, of a certain vintage, should we say, should he be getting hit in the head by, admittedly, not a conventional boxer, but still a young, physically fit, athletic man?
Awakening. That perfect shot is coming, and when it lands, he may wish he'd stuck to filming pranks instead. Tyson's mental game is on another level. We're talking about a man who has spent his entire life honing visualization techniques to prepare for every punch, every round, and every moment in the ring. In Tyson's own words, "In my head, I've fought this fight 100 times. This isn't some Instagram-level manifestation fluff, it's a hard...
This is knocking him out.
Either way, I think Mike Tyson will beat you up.
Damn, so we better enjoy our time with you while we got it, bro.
Hardcore, battle-tested method Tyson has refined over decades. While Jake Paul might be hyping himself up with TikTok followers and YouTube subscribers, Tyson is mentally stepping into the ring over and over, fine-tuning his strategy and anticipating every possible move his opponent could make. Honestly, what chance does Jake have against that? Tyson has visualized victories over true legends. He's not about to be intimidated by...
They can't get the recognition for the skills they have, but everybody can get recognition by playing a video game and going on YouTube and fighting, and then suddenly you fight one of the greatest fighters.
A kid famous for clickbait and online beefs. Tyson's mental preparation goes far beyond simple self-confidence. His past battles, especially the ones where he was down and out, have taught him the true depth of boxing's psychological side. He knows self-belief is everything. Tyson has seen and survived more mental warfare than Jake could even imagine. And it's not just about being tough, it's about wielding that mental fortitude to outthink and outmaneuver his opponents. Tyson's trainer even holds in-depth discussions about Jake Paul's weaknesses, because yes, they're that obvious to someone with Tyson's experience. Tyson can pinpoint subtle gaps in Jake's defense, noticing openings that a seasoned legend like him can exploit. While Jake might be preoccupied with making sure his fight night hair looks just right for social media, Tyson is meticulously plotting it.
You think he's doing a good job?
Yes.
What do you think about the Tyson fight that he just announced?
That's awesome. Fuck yeah, dude. Try to fight Tyson. If he knocks you out, but at least you fought Tyson.
Every angle, every punch, every moment of calculated destruction. For Tyson, boxing is more than just physical. It's a mental game, a reflective space where the ring becomes an extension of his inner self. The ring is a mirror reflecting your fears and strengths, Tyson explains. And let's be honest, Jake Paul should be terrified because Tyson's meditative approach allows him to harness every ounce of his mental and physical power. Meanwhile, Jake's journey
Paul. Well, it was a no-brainer. It was just, he was the new up-and-coming guy in the scene. And I like shaking the sports world to its core, and I'm doing it now. It's just something I want to do.
Mostly involves trying to look tough for his fan base. Tyson has been fighting since he was a teenager, mastering the depth of the sport, and he's certainly not going to be fazed by a self-styled influencer trying to make a name for himself by talking trash. Then there's the side of Tyson that fans rarely see: the grueling recovery and ironclad discipline that keep him in fighting shape. Tyson endures daily cold plunges, cryotherapy, and massages to recover from the monstrous training sessions he puts himself through. These recovery routines aren't spa day indulgences, they're sheer agony. We witness the pain and sacrifice Tyson endures to keep pushing, a dedication that's all too real and all too intense for Jake to fully comprehend. Tyson, at 58, is pushing his body beyond limits that most younger athletes could only dream of. Meanwhile, Jake Paul probably thinks a few push-ups for social media count as hard work. Tyson, however, endures real pain recovering from the insane strain he puts on his body, all to ensure he's in peak condition to break Jake in.
Don't talk to me about shape. Don't talk to me about shape.
Stay in shape, you all right?
You want 10 threes?
Okay.
You want 10 threes?
Let's go. Be careful.
In half. And then there's Tyson's nutrition. He follows a strict diet of lean proteins, complex carbs, and nutrient-dense foods, all meticulously prepared. This isn't some influencer meal plan. It's designed for maximum muscle recovery and explosive power, with a focus on lean muscle, not bulking up like a gym bro. Tyson's discipline even extends to cutting back on cannabis, something sports.
I don't know if he's in his prime. He's fat. He should be lean and mean. He's fat and funky. I saw him with his shirt off the other day. He's fat. I thought.
His team jokes about, but he's dead serious about his health. Despite dealing with conditions like sciatica, Tyson's commitment never wavers. His physical therapist works overtime to maintain his joint and muscle health, because even at his age, Tyson is putting in work Jake couldn't begin to imagine. Now, speaking of Jake Paul, let's address his so-called confidence. Jake has admitted to feeling nervous, and for good reason. Watching Tyson's training videos, especially the ones where he's knocking down sparring partners with those infamous left hooks, has left the YouTuber-turned-boxer more than a little unsettled. Jake's entire strategy seems to hinge on outboxing Tyson using youth and agility, but against Tyson's power and experience, that may not be nearly enough. Let's be real, when you're standing toe-to-toe with a man who's been demolishing legends since before you could spell boxing, all the youth and agility in the world aren't going to save you. Jake tries to sound confident, claiming Tyson looks good on the gram, but the real test will be in the ring, sure. Jake, keep telling yourself that while trying to mask the panic. Tyson's warning to Jake is direct.
Or beat athletes and beat a bunch of MMA fighters. You'd go, this kid can fight. He knows how to fight. Like, it's not, nothing he's doing looks wrong. He's not like sticking his head straight up in the air and winging punches with his eyes closed. He's fighting.
Direct and brutal don't come into the ring unprepared. There's no room for half-hearted efforts or social media antics when facing Tyson, who's been training with intent to break you. This isn't a friendly sparring session for YouTube, it's a battle where Tyson aims to show his ferocity is as real as ever. He's not playing around, and Jake's about to face the intensity that built Tyson's legendary status. Tyson acknowledges the unpredictability of facing a social media disruptor like Jake Paul, but don't get it twisted, he knows better than to underestimate him. That doesn't mean Tyson is worried, he's focused, driven, and ready to show Jake what real boxing is. Tyson's preparing with the kind of grit that separates legends from pretenders, and Jake should seriously reconsider this adventure. This isn't a YouTube versus TikTok boxing match, this is a reality check served with a side of pain. Tyson doesn't need to trash talk, his legacy speaks for him. While Jake hypes up his fan base and talks big, Tyson is in the gym, training like he's got something to prove. Because once those gloves come off, Jake's going to learn the hard way what it means.
We need to know, Mike, that you believe in Mike. We need to know that you're out there to beat this man, to damage this man, to stop this man, like old ferocious Mike Tyson would do. We've got to know it's not a cash grab.
While Jake keeps talking big, hyping up his social media fan base, Tyson's over here training